The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by this podcast, as well as its hosts, are for entertainment purposes only. I repeat, it is not serious. It is not real. No one is exposing, revealing, indicting, or telling you anything about themselves. Also, we do not encourage you to try this at home. We are trained professionals who do not have your best interests at heart, or our own. Enjoy the show.
Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? The JBB back to business. I guess right now we should start the show.
What's up, Patronis? Y'all remember a couple weeks ago? Was it a couple months ago now?
Hey, bro, we know you in a rush. You got a lot of shit going on, boy. Hold on.
Okay.
We don't introduce Patreon.
I know you wearing all black. You feeling slim?
Yeah, I am.
Don't get confident.
There we go. We don't rush.
There we go.
I am feeling slim. Yeah,
We got somebody here trying to spin the block on us. Patronis.
Like Woody.
Hey, you heard that slick shit that we was saying, or I was saying?
You were saying.
I ain't
You
got
had to put we in it.
I was saying too.
It was we.
It was we.
It was we.
It was
It was a collective we, but if y'all want in front of the guests, it could just be me. I'm
said
cool.
y'all wanna be pussy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in what I'm saying. But our good mayor of Atlantic City, Mayor Small, came here to fucking
Check us.
yeah,
correct.
That's what he did.
Man, niggas call
Well, he sent the first threat.
And I told y'all he threatened me via text.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I told them about your text. I'll go read this shit too.
It's a little rough.
It was a threat, at
The
least.
phone call was a threat.
Yeah. Monday, July 6th at 11:07 a.m., the mayor said, "Just let me know the time and I will clear schedule. Thanks again."
Yo, that's that polite threat.
That's
Straight
a
to
threat.
it.
That's a polite threat.
You know what that sound like? On site.
Yeah.
That's just another way of saying that one. Yo, where
I'll
you
drop
gonna
your
be?
location.
Yeah, drop the low.
I'll come to your block.
No, drop the low.
Mayor, how you doing, man?
Nah,
What's up, man? I'm blessed. And as we say, it's a great day in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day?
Great day.
Great day.
Great day, yeah.
Great day.
It's a great day everywhere.
That's how we greet
And
everybody.
It's a great day in Jersey City.
Yep. All right, well, it's a great day in the city of Atlantic City.
Oh, so that is the town saying.
Yes, when I begin press conferences or I'm at appearance, I say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a great day here in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day? And the crowd yells back, great day.
Okay, I like that.
Okay,
Okay,
we
great
built-
day.
we
I'm
built
fucking with
great
that.
day.
I'm fucking with great day. I'm
Great
good.
day.
Like, we definitely built the brand.
Because man, when Joe was talking, I got the sense that there were no good days in.
He's so stupid.
I mean,
Just go right.
that's the vibe that he gave us. Yeah, we were on the other side of that.
I picked that up in South Jersey too.
Yeah, that's why you
definitely
came up.
felt it. Yep. I said, let me come and tell the Atlantic City story because the rumors of our demise has always been greatly exaggerated.
Yo, he talking that shit. Chill out. Yo, man,
All of this feel like a threat.
Yo, man, don't come with that stuff.
All of this feel like a little bit.
Yeah, don't come with that shit, man. We don't with none of that. We read through all that.
Yo,
And he read through all that.
He came in with his team. I done been around politics for a while.
Yeah.
I know what political teams look like. That nigga right there ain't no political strategist.
No, it's the nigga
It's the one that won't come in here.
Yeah, homeboy.
You hold this camera, make it look real. Then somebody's got a gun in the corner.
Can't
man.
even pick him out of lineup or nothing.
Fuck
Yeah,
no.
like nah, he was in the hallway. Hey man,
You move a little different.
Nah, listen, man. I got my squad with me. We got to be protected
At a
because.
podcast?
Now, listen, because look, I'm gonna tell you, we was gonna bring our Great Day charter bus up there. That's why I texted you and said,
shit.
"What's the limit?" Because the whole city want to beat "Don't Call Me White Girl" up because she threatened me.
Wait.
And you was gonna bring the charter bus to do that? So I had to calm the troops down. I said, we good. We gonna go up there. We gonna be live, lit, and outside on the Joe Budden podcast.
Yo, that
Let's
is
do it.
Man, this is the part that I don't get. Now, I've talked shit about quite a few places.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the mayor of those places, i.e., what was it?
Gary,
Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. I still got to get with him.
Facts.
Memphis
But
too.
sometimes the Memphis mayor looking for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember you said
It's on site.
when LeBron and them was saying Memphis was a shit.
Why does the Memphis mayor think I need to be in Memphis for anything?
See, that's
how
how I
it
go
should
right there.
Yo.
That's
I don't need to be in Memphis for nothing.
Okay.
See?
In hip hop, do you know what? Anyway, Mayor, my question is, like, in entertainment world, you think you talk some shit about a place and you move on, but it seems to be important to the mayors of these towns to come up here and like kind of set the record straight. Can you speak to why that is?
Well, listen, as mayor of the great city of Atlantic City, I'm the official spokesperson. I like to tell people that I'm Atlantic City born, I'm Atlantic City bred, and when I die, I'm gonna be Atlantic City dead. I ain't going nowhere. Grew up in the worst neighborhood in Atlantic City. Came from that situation. Went on to high school, graduated Atlantic City High School, went to college, and ever since I was little, the things that people in the community said that I would accomplish, I would. Definitely everything I accomplished, from the mud. I never was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Coming from humble beginnings. I stayed clear of the neighborhood at the Boys and Girls Club, and everybody said, well, one day you're gonna come and run this place. And I did that. So I'm not a person that's just like a political hack. I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree in educational administration.
Shady State.
And Chan University, absolutely. And which is the first HBCU.
Yes.
But when you talk about a city, I wear, Atlantic City on my sleeves. I just can't be fake. And I know a lot of people say a lot of things about Atlantic City, but I wanted you to hear from the person that eats, breathes, and sleeps it 24/7 that the city is on the move, particularly under my administration. When you look at it, like y'all talked about appearance, I'm still close to the hood. I don't do hood things, but at the end of the day, I'm the person that, like the young lady over there, she's an aide. I met her when I ran the Boys and Girls Club, and now she's a part, of my office. So when you look at what Atlantic City is, we're not that casino juggernaut anymore. There's casinos here, there, and everywhere. So people have options. In life, you ever have options and not need them, to need options and not have them. So people have that choice. A lot of it is budgetary reasons. Like, why would I go spend my gas money down Atlantic City when I could come up and, save some money and kind of get a similar experience, not the same experience. We got the boardwalk, the beaches. We got world-class facilities. We got some of the top restaurants in the world that's not even in the casino, out of the casino. We still get well over, 20 million visitors a year. And sometimes people get that image. So everywhere has homeless issues. You go, I've been to every major event in every major city, and it's homeless people standing on the corner begging. But what a lot of people don't realize, these aren't Atlantic City homeless. We call it Greyhound therapy. Municipalities near and far give their less fortunate a one-way bus ticket to Atlantic City and say, figure it out. Because we're the only city in the state of New Jersey and beyond that has a rescue mission. That's a place that we house homeless, and we have supreme social services. So when people think they can do that, say, hey, go to Atlantic City. We got cities next door. They send their people, drop them off at the rescue mission in police cars and at the bus stop, and that gives a bad impression. I was over there talking to your father. He comes to Atlantic City. I'm sure that he sees it, but I'm the only mayor that put boots on the ground. It's the guys and gals in the red shirt trying to help them out and get social services for the city. And when you look at it, when I first took over as mayor, I said that we got to change City Hall from inside out. The salaries were low. People with minimum salary were $22,000. As of this budget year, we got $35,000 minimum. That's still not where you need to be, but people didn't care about the employees. We came in, employees got like a $16,000 raise over a 4-year period. Where they do that at? This is government, not corporate America. So you got to show the employees that you care. The things that we do for our people are for free. We invest in the community. I say it all the time. We want to invest in human capital. When you look at the things we do by giving free investment classes, Ashley Fox, who went to Howard University, she's from Philly. She came and did an investment cohort. We paid for 100 people to get free investment classes. We got credit repair. We have a trucking school where we let the guy, was also one of my young boys. He was, one of my Boys and Girls Club kids and participated in, the elementary sports leagues that I did. He's doing the trucking school, giving back, to the community, free of charge. That's a $5,000 hit. And, some people can't afford that. So we use our tools and our partners to do that for people. So we're really, 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 doing a lot.
Why do you think Atlantic City has such a reputation? I mean, like you said, Camden, Trenton, Jersey City, East Orange. I mean, there's a lot of cities that have these problems, right? These are just city problems. But when we think of Atlantic City, I think only a couple things. I think of gambling. I think of prostitution, from what I read, and I think about
Red.
and back pages.
On your arm.
And
Go ahead, though. You good.
I think about gambling, prostitution, and I think about this homeless population, like, and not just poor people, but poor white people. And for a lot of people, when we think of like poor white people, we think that's like when the neighborhood is real real bad. And everybody got those problems. So why does Atlantic City get the bad label so much?
I mean, when you think of New Jersey, not to take shots at any city, but the prime city is Atlantic City. And Atlantic City has been responsible for a lot of development throughout New Jersey that came from Atlantic City casino money, CRDA money. So we've been footing the bill for a lot of New Jersey. We were the economic engine, as we called it, the Golden Goose. But the Golden Goose got a little paint chipped on it, but we're still Atlantic City. And I talked about the homeless problems and different things like that. You talked about the prostitution problem. That's not really.
I can call it a problem. Just say it.
Yeah,
well, that's not
we
really.
need to bring that
that's
back.
not really. Yeah.
Don't put words in my mouth.
We trying to help.
That's not really an issue anymore. Gambling, like I said, New York has casinos, which is a threat. Philadelphia has casinos. Delaware, Maryland, you name it. Way back when we had the fights and everything, it was Atlantic City and Vegas. If you wanted to take a plane ride, you go to Vegas. If you wanted to do local, you'll drive down to Atlantic City. So the city is really on the rise. Investor confidence is at an all-time high. Every major developer that's developing nearby is in Atlantic City. K. Hovnanian. When you talk about, you got the Keith Groffs of the world, Bart Blatstein out of Philadelphia, Mark Colazzo, not that Brian Zubek, former center for Duke, he's in Atlantic City. The Kushner family's developing in Atlantic City. And just look at travel and leisure. It's called Atlantic City, one of the top 10 beach towns to buy property in America. But I can't have development come in if I'm not going to look out for people for affordable housing. Now, what is affordable? Affordable is in the pockets of the beholder. But when you look at what is affordable, if I'm asking all of these developers to come in, I'm going to do something to enrich my people too. So we have former Lieutenant Governor, rest her soul, Sheila Oliver, her nephew, the Foy Group, they're developing homes, 83,000, that's affordable. African American community, middle class, Venice Park. New Jersey Community Capital, it was homes, brand new, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 400,000. A lot of people can't afford that. Right. So we sat down with them and said, look, let's make people's dream come true. We did the lottery program. So New Jersey Community Capital subsidized it, 100,000. The great city of Atlantic City gave 100,000. So that's $200,000 right there. And then with the CDBG program and the Atlantic County Improvement Authority, with the $25,000 minimum grant, those homes went for $175,000 or more. Now, we all know that sitting here talking, you say that everybody and their mother is going to apply. But no, we don't want to give people false impressions, so you had to be pre-qualified, you had to be vetted, credit, income, etc., get approved for a loan. We're housed 4 families, phase 2 is getting ready to be 6, for less than $175,000, but they had to have skin in the game. They had to live in Atlantic City for 15 years. So those are the type of things that, we're bringing to the table for the residents of Atlantic City. People used to talk about crime and violence. We had 2 hoods. Everybody has his. Back Maryland and Stanley Holmes Village.
Those projects?
Yes. It was, like murders, drugs, gang beefs. But when you got somebody like me that's close to the situation, and a lot of people, they always, Mayor Small is hiring criminals. You damn right I am. I wear that with a badge of honor, because if I came from that situation and made it, who am I to turn the back on a community that boosts me up? So we got an anti-violence program called One Neighborhood Evolution. And now, I said at the State of the City, with those 2 communities, there was 1 murder overall in the last 4 years, because we got people that used to be from the streets, of the streets, that are fully rehabilitated. And that's not it. You got to have resources. When you talk about what we have as far as our re-entry program, people come home, they need to be mainstreamed back into society. So we got people, when they come home, we got a job coordinator program. So, you know, we're really doing it. Look, Atlantic City got problems, so does, pick a city. Look, pick New York, pick anybody. There's places that you can go and say, this is a problem, this is messed up. But I came here just to tell a story, to shoot the breeze that this is Atlantic City, and we're empowering people. We got over $250 million in free infrastructure to fix the roads. Atlantic Avenue, that's, you know, under construction right now. That's the big thing that, you know, people want to say, oh, well, the roads is bad. But we're doing something about it, and we're not using taxpayers'
I respect
money.
all that policy stuff.
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing about being mayor?
The coolest thing about being mayor is that the decisions I make affect the lives of people.
All right, let me ask a better question. Because
Go ahead.
I respect that answer.
Cool.
And I'm
Do you
sure
know
that,
who the mayor of Kingstown is?
Yo, stop playing, man. Look at that idiot, bro.
Let's try. He's good. We gotta try to.
It's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, nigga, he looking at you.
Let's go.
Let's go, nigga. Let's do it.
When you
No,
start,
let's do it.
I'm gonna defer to my brother.
No.
Jersey's finest.
I ain't playing with them. But then when you start talking about jobs and incomes, et cetera, I think outside of the casino piece, is any major industry moving that way? Because you can't really arm the people if y'all don't have industries and shit that'll pay better salaries, et cetera. You said, even the city was paying $22K
Back
when you
then.
got, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
So you
it
can't-
is.
Yeah, I don't care how many new houses you buy if y'all don't create jobs and incomes that'll sustain the houses. It's useless.
But we are.
Gotcha.
We're creating that opportunity outside of the casinos. We have Atlantic Care, which I wanted to talk to y'all about, because y'all talked about Atlantic City having a couple different hospitals when we only have one hospital. Because
So everybody that gets shot goes to the same hospital.
well, a lot of people ain't getting shot.
No, I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Yeah. It's the same hospital. I'm sure everyone heard about one of our police officers almost getting killed. That same hospital, Atlantic Care, is the #1 trauma unit in the region. They help save the officer's life. And, a lot of people going to say a lot of things. So I was involved in that Meek Mill situation when y'all was reading the tweet. I say relationships matter. I was one of the biggest promoters in the tri-state for a very, very long time. That's what, Joe and I was talking about. So these relationships, that's how I was able to get to y'all. Alizé hit you.
That's a fact. Everybody hit me.
I put Charlie Mack
Street
on it.
niggas, everybody hit me.
Angela Yee. So, it's good to have relationships in any situation. So I called out and said, let me talk about it, because what happened, my man Ray Bethea Senior, shout out to Ray, one of Meek Mill's people hit him. And I know, Meek has a big crew, so I know some people. Ray said, hey, I got a situation. Meek fucked his hand up. He was like, he put on the tweet, let me get a doctor, hospital in Atlantic City. So I talked to the person, then to Meek's casino host, and I said, look, I'm at Boardwalk Hall picking up my tickets. It was the Lit and AC show. Platinum Productions and Charlie Mack put it on. I said, I could pick Meek up, and I said, I could take Meek to the hospital, and I called the hospital. I said, FYI, I might be bringing Meek Mills through. Nobody needs to see him coming or going, because you know what type of attention that caused. So
that Meek tweet stuff works sometimes.
That's what I always work.
He tweeted,
The mayor came
and the mayor, all right,
What's
go
wrong
Meek.
with you, yo?
and from that situation, they said, well, he just wants to, quote, wrap it up. So me, Gilly, and Wallow, we, came in through the concert. We went backstage, and then when I came out, Meek was coming in. Of course, Meek and I know each other. He said, I'm good. I said, well, I had everything set up for you. He was like, it's just wrapped up. And I was like, cool. And also, I didn't want to forget, shout out to my man Alizé as well for, reaching out, to him. So that situation created a firestorm, because people want to get in the comments. They want to talk about what Atlantic City is. But again, that hospital is world renowned for trauma. And I'm happy because, instead of getting on a helicopter, going here, going there for certain situations, we can handle that in our backyard. So the violence is down. Entrepreneurship is up. I gave Atlantic City businesses, minority, $900,000 in grants. So we helped the community
When did you
with
do
different
that?
startup grants a couple months ago.
What about the lots?
See, that's the thing.
Huh?
The lots.
The who?
The lots.
The lots? Yeah, listen, if you want to invest in Atlantic City, you get in not now, but right now. Like, it's momentum. It's at an all-time high. You got a mayor that is with it. I got the political will. My community supports me.
Say whatever you want, bro.
My community
You can say
supports
whatever you
me.
want.
And,
DC about to turn to AC.
and I was rewarded with that by getting the most votes of any mayor recently, last November, when I was elected to another 4-year term. So I'm
How
always
was that?
selling.
Because I know you were city council president for like 4 years, I think.
Yeah, I was city council president for 4 years. I've been blessed to be elected for 24 uninterrupted years in Atlantic City.
Nice.
That's through all the ups and downs,
Nice.
all my trials and tribulations. So when you do right by people, they'll never turn their back on you. And when you look at that situation from school board, I was the vice president of Atlantic City School Board, then city council, and then my last 4 years on city council, I was the city council president, and then the other mayor went out with an unfortunate situation, and I jumped in the seat, and
What happened to the
haven't
other
looked
mayor?
back. He had a little situation. That's
Okay.
my guy. Wish him.
I'll Google it.
Yeah,
Okay.
wish him best of luck.
AI.
Not you.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Yeah, we're gonna find
so that's what we are. So, like I said, the future's bright, and I'm here to tell the Atlantic City story and answer any questions that y'all may have.
I think Mark got a lot of questions.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Atlantic City that the mayor is describing sound like
It's not the one we see.
That's the one I think you go to.
that sound cool for the people that live there,
Yeah.
like, and for the residents. It sounds like it's a lot of great and positive things going on. When I speak about Atlantic City, I'm speaking about the folks that drive in a couple weekends, see the sign that says "Welcome to Atlantic City," and then the things that they see after they see that sign. And I'm speaking on it from the perspective of somebody that was there in 2001 and 2002. It looks like Chinese stores without chicken wings. It looks like souvenir shops without souvenirs. It looks desolate. It looks, dare I say, dirty?
The last time you've been there?
I haven't been in 10 years,
looks
but-
an absolute. It looks like a shit show for the people that are just going a few weekends out of a year.
We don't see the infrastructure. That may have changed.
Well,
I've
well-
been 10 years ago. It looked like that.
It changed.
It's changed big time. The city is cleaner and safer than ever. You're going to always see those souvenir shops on the boardwalk.
But they need souvenirs.
They sell Atlantic City, souvenirs. But our Chinese stores do have chicken, which is very, very good chicken. Like I said, we got the restaurants. Any restaurant you want is in Atlantic City. And I'll be glad to host y'all, 1 weekend to come and so you can really see and absorb, what I see. Because I do know that there's rumors out there. We've always been counted out. And that's how, like, Atlantic City people and so many people was rallying against the clip because, we wear that, in our hearts and on our sleeves. Yeah. So when you talk about certain things about what the city, we was counted out in 2012 when the national media did a hit on Atlantic City and said that the boardwalk was destroyed in Atlantic City when the boardwalk was destroyed in Seaside Heights. And the piece that was floating around the city was already done anyway because the Army Corps of Engineers was fixing the boardwalk. So now you can walk the whole boardwalk without getting off. That was already being fixed. 2014, when 5 casinos closed, they said no one would ever come to Atlantic City because of that. We still kept the people coming. 2016, when the state of New Jersey took over the government, and our employees, low pay and all, was getting paid one time per month. People used to run to the bank to cash their checks because we didn't know. We didn't collect a certain amount of taxes. Now you got a government that's stable, that's under me, fiscally responsible. When you look at Atlantic City is number 1 in the state of New Jersey from year 2020 to today, with 6 straight property tax decreases at a clip of 13.7%.
Amazing.
And it would have been 7 years in a row, but the state of New Jersey made us raise taxes 2% because we got a transitional aid grant, which is only $1 million. Other cities are getting loans and everything like that. So I'm satisfied, and that's why the developers are coming in. So,
How long do you think it'll take before we start to see some of the results of these developers and some of the investors that you mentioned earlier?
yeah, K Hovnanian just put pollens in the ground, so that's multiple hundred units. We have a property across the street, a little developer, Keith Groff, just did phase 2. And these homes, we're resetting the real estate market. I'm talking about $1 million homes, $820,000 homes and more. We got Wasim Barai, who developed in North, him and Shaq, they helped build the 600 Nobi, which is the first luxury apartments in Atlantic City in over 50 years. Like, they are investing. MGM, I just announced on my social media, MGM is talking about either option 1 is 1,800 units, 1,000 units, or 500 units with single family homes in between Harris and the Borgata. And we're happy for those, but we also need to improve the housing fleet as far as affordable housing and workforce housing. And like I said, we're doing that. And, different industries. We have a $4 billion project called Betafield. It's an auto enthusiast project. It was the first airport in the country, was in Atlantic City. So we're talking about car condos. That's an automotive industry. We have the marijuana industry in Atlantic City. We got more. So we got to keep continuing to grow. Like I said, we're nowhere near where we want to be. And another thing, I became mayor October 3rd, 2019. It'll be 7 years this October. When I took over, Atlantic City had no family entertainment. After Mayor Small, we got a $100 million beachfront water park at the Showboat Hotel, which was a former casino.
And do be good shows down there.
Yeah, we got
There do be good shows. Good shows go that way.
Great music
I will
shows.
say that.
Yep,
The Hard Rock
definitely.
is
we went to
fire.
Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock is fire. We go to shows at Hard Rock is fire.
Yes, so family entertainment, Dave and Buster's. Showboat has the largest arcade on the East Coast. We got the Still Pier. So there are things that will attract families because we got to pivot because it's no longer just a casino town. So speaking of Hard Rock, I just had my inaugural gala. I had 2 inaugural galas in 4 years. The first one was at Harris. Mary J. Blige was hosting. Shout out to my guy, Don Pooh. Like I said, relationships in the industry matter. He helped me get Mary J. I got that relationship. But instead of raising money and worrying about my next election or people that I want to help with election, I put the money back in the community. Over $1 million in 2 galas went to nonprofit organizations in the community. I put $3,580,000 for Atlantic City residents for college scholarships called the Mayor Marty Small Senior Scholarship. And we produced people that, went to trade schools, got associate's degrees, bachelor's, master's, and doctorates. So we're investing in the people in Atlantic City. And
you had mentioned the marijuana industry, and I frequent Atlantic City a lot. Like, I know Mark said 10 years. I'm down there every 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
I do see a lot of dispensaries that have been popping up around here, and from some of the people that I speak to in Atlantic City, they say that really none of them are black owned. Is there anything to do to help?
It's hard.
That's
minorities
not the case. We have black owned, we have minority, we got Southeast Asian owners. Do I think there's too many dispensaries? Absolutely. That's why we're kind of putting a pause on it. But when we did the marijuana piece, we talking about social equity. We didn't want the giants coming in and oversaturating the market. We wanted to give people opportunities. And look, it's not where we want it to be. Right, hopefully the market resets itself. But we're always going to put our best foot forward in that space.
Mayor, how can New Jersey residents feel confident that you're doing all you can for them when you're so excited that LeBron James is on the Philadelphia 76ers?
All right, look.
That's confusing me as a New Jersey.
Well, again, South Jersey is Atlantic City, and outside of Atlantic City, the world will tell you that there's no place better than the city of brotherly love. That's my second favorite city. I say that each and every time. I'm what you call a 4-for-4 guy, and I know y'all gonna be hating Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, and Flyers.
That's it. That's
And
it. That's what we do.
That's it.
I've
That's
told
all.
you.
Listen, this is make some noise, huh?
And listen, that my whole ride up, I was on the phone about the LeBron thing, securing my season tickets again. I'm an Eagles season ticket holder, and
But you said securing them again, so you didn't have them.
I left after AI left, but now I'm back. I'm still always a Sixer fan.
So you ain't that
I am.
I hear you. He been busy.
Yeah.
City council,
Yeah.
mayor,
Losing.
No.
It's cool.
Now the street dudes told me I wouldn't have too much to say once I met you because you are doing some great things up there. Like
That wasn't why they said
I've
that.
had conversations before. No, they did say that. They spoke highly of him.
Oh no, they said you wouldn't have nothing to say when you met him. It
Not because of that.
wasn't because of community work.
Or it was because of the community work.
Actually, it was because of community work. That work.
And they could have told me he was 6'6".
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's a lot of good things. And listen, being the mayor of Atlantic City, and some people, including my team, sometimes says that I'm too accessible. Everybody's problems. They like to say if it snows in Atlantic City, it's my fault. If the heat wave, it's my fault. And you got detractors, and you got people who couldn't walk a half a second a day in my shoes. Like people that don't live in Atlantic City. It's a lot of racism going on as well. When you look at the dynamics, I'm married to Dr. LaQuetta Small, who is also the superintendent of schools in Atlantic City. We have a daughter, Jada, 18, who's going to Kane University. And Marty Small Jr., Boat. He's a junior at Atlantic City High School. Look out for him.
Is he hooping? I got to
Nah, football.
Okay.
Free safety and running back. So we're looking for a big year. Shout out to the Atlantic City Vikings. But when you look at the fact that my wife and I control $597 million of taxpayers' money, a lot of people that look like us have a problem with that.
That's true.
And along with that comes controlling the jobs, the contracts, certain situations, and it's not like she was born in Newark, from a terrible neighborhood too. We wasn't born with a silver spoon in our mouths, and she just got a new 5-year contract, a record-breaking contract. Year one, $282,000, and I just got elected to another 4-year term. And like I said, we care deeply about the city. One thing that we want to improve is our urban entertainment. I'm speaking at. I'm working with Live Nation.
You should work with Joe.
Joe.
Joe Budden.
Listen.
He's an expert on urban entertainment.
Listen.
He could.
Urban entertainment.
You ain't seen urban entertainment.
Look, come on down. We got the best venues. We got a new beach bar that's being built. Caesars built one. Chelsea Beach Bar is built one right outside of Boardwalk Hall. But we got this unique venue called Bungalow Beach Bar with a swimming pool.
Bungalow's fire.
Right?
You been nice.
So we got the infrastructure.
You said you been every week.
Yeah.
I didn't say every
We
week.
got the infrastructure. We got the venues. And again, me being a former promoter, every promoter in the tri-state area checks in because I was a promoter as well. At the same time, by doing all of this political stuff, so it's important that we support all genres. So the beach concert that we got coming up is like 50,000 is expected, and I told Live Nation next year, no excuse. I need an urban festival on the beach. So Joe Budden, anybody else that want to come to Atlantic City, you got a friend in the mayor's office that understands the culture. Like I told you, I'm for the culture.
Of the culture.
And
Can't beat that.
We definitely need that.
What's the most, and don't tell me serving your constituents, what's the most fun part of being mayor?
Really serving my constituents and
He answer like you. He answer like you.
He answered just like you.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
I don't even see girls.
No, seriously. That's the most favorite part of being able to serve the community that I grew up in. My wife and
That's
I
beautiful.
built our dream home right in the middle of the neighborhood that I grew up in. Shout out to VAC.
How many square feet is that though?
Virginia, my house?
Yeah.
It's over 4,000. So
That's nice,
man. right in smack dead in the middle of the neighborhood. I'm still the person that you could come up to, and like I said, back to that accessibility point. And sometimes it's the gift and the curse because you wear a lot of people's problems that aren't yours just by being a leader. And I'm gonna be brutally honest. Like I answer directly to DMs about situations, you're going to get an answer. You might just not get the answer that you need. So like I said, Atlantic City's on the come up.
I know what that mean.
That is great.
Man, you can't talk like that.
Just
I think what Mark is trying to get to is, all right, when you visit other cities to have a little fun, what are some of your favorite cities to visit to have some fun? Like when you're not closely tied to the community.
Well, I mean,
Like
I'm a Philly guy. I like to go
I
out
can't
in
believe
Philly.
that. That really bothers me.
But Atlantic City's
Bro.
considered like.
Remember I told
That
y'all.
really
Remember I
bothers
told
me.
y'all a bunch of
Area,
times.
right?
I was like, anything south of like New Brunswick is East Philly.
Well, why don't you work on moving that whole city to Philadelphia then?
Nah, I want Philadelphia to come to Atlantic City. It's about bringing people.
And we do.
They do.
To my city. Oh no.
They do. They do.
We need New
Absolutely.
Jersey people to care for our New Jersey stuff.
New Jersey people flock to Atlantic City. That's why I'm
Nah,
not
they go to New
understanding.
York.
The way
For
you
example,
do it.
North
for
Jersey
example,
people go to
if,
New York.
If you go to my social media, if you haven't seen it yet, you will see me standing in front of the stage. Lauryn Hill was at BRT. We have the BRT festival. It's called Beach Road Trip. It's a Caribbean festival. Like 15,000 people out there, on the beach. Lauryn Hill, performed. So
What time did it start?
Huh?
What time did it start?
It started
Yo, stop
11.
your
We
shit,
had to extend it a little bit,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah,
bottom
just a
line
little
is,
bit.
she came and she was so gracious and humble. And my wife told them that, look, you're my second favorite artist of all time, and we had a good time with her. But that is Atlantic City. Like anything that you want and that you need can be held in Atlantic City. So putting out the clarion call, putting out the bat signal to anyone. You ask any promoter. I've talked to, Lenny S., Lenny the Barber, other people, Alizé, and others about coming to Atlantic
From
City.
the era, yo.
And absolutely.
He from the era.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was just doing AC wrong.
Huh?
You wasn't doing AC. You were just coming to AC. That's the difference.
You know what, man?
Road trip.
That's it. Let's go.
I'll drive back down there, but
Let's have an end of the party
sweep.
summer.
And you can't just go.
Yeah, sweep up when I come.
Let's have an end of the summer party. Let's do it. Come do a podcast down Atlantic City so I can
We
show
don't
you.
do live podcasts.
What
We
you got.
tried.
No, that's okay.
I've been trying.
And shout out to Mr. Budden. Him and I exchanged information. I know that he owned a condo at Wyndham, but I told him about another place. I put him in a group text with the owner, so he'll be having a new home soon. I'm
Which
gonna make
one?
sure I look out. Yeah.
Not the
Yo,
flag.
Pop is so smooth.
Yo, Pop, you gotta cut that.
Hey, Pop.
It's better than the Wyndham. But the
had
Wyndham
one.
got new billionaire owners. I tore down Trump Plaza, and a
for
lot
you.
of people tried to make that politically.
Good.
But as mayor of the great city of Atlantic City, I'm ultimately responsible for the health, welfare, and safety. You had little chunks of concrete falling out of the sky in the air. So
Wait, hold on. So you saying Trump's shit? Excuse me, Trump's structures were like poorly maintained
Yes, absolutely.
more than the other people's.
Yes. So we tore that down, and a lot of people said, "Oh, you're making it political," but we know Donald Trump better than anybody. I was the councilman of 3 of his properties, when he was in Atlantic City. So
What were they
we're
like?
always
How
going
bad
to do
were
that, and people are investing in that property. So that's Center City oceanfront. So the momentum in Atlantic City is is clearly at an all-time high.
Does Donald Trump still have a big presence down there though?
No, he sold it to billionaire Carl Icahn, who
Oh, yeah, Carl Icahn. You know
yes,
Carl Icahn.
sold it. Yeah.
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 Carl Icahn doing good things down there?
No, he don't own anything. He had owned that, but
Oh,
now
gotcha,
sold
gotcha.
it. So somebody else is about to develop
Take
that.
it over.
I
Gotcha.
just Googled your crib. I saw your crib in the middle of the joint, in the middle of the block. I just Googled. That's what I was over here doing.
I just started following him.
Yeah.
too.
I want to look at it too, actually.
I just Googled
What?
that.
Because once he said 4,000, I thought 10, 12.
He said more than 4,000.
I know, that's why I thought 10, 12.
People,
Yeah.
people say that I do have
How many houses did you have to
the
take
best
down
the
to
best
build it?
man cave around.
How
So
many houses? Listen, I'm not gonna do what you did tomorrow. I'm gonna repeat myself. How many houses you had to tear down to build that?
none. It was an open area, and at the time, I was the second ward councilman. So in Atlantic City, you got to live in your ward.
Got it. Okay.
So I saw the vision. I said, you know what? Let's build up the block, build up a neighborhood.
That vision.
Nice school down the street. And it was great for me because I'm like, this is literally a half a block from where I grew up at. When I showed my wife, it was a lot with, weeds, everything. She was like, hell no, I'm not living here. But I sold her on the vision, and there we have it. Saquon Barkley was at my house. He said that I definitely got one of the best man caves around. So you could check that out. I'll let y'all check it out. It's all Eagles, Phillies, Sixers, and Flyers, but
don't say that again up here, man.
Yeah,
don't say none of that Philly stuff up here again. We New Jersey up here.
No, we not.
No.
Flyers. Half of us is Philly.
Let's
Who
go.
half? It's you.
Me, Ice.
Ice likes the Sixers. That's it.
That's enough.
Ice
And
is from
Mona.
Philly.
Just
He's Philly.
He's in
and
Atlantic
Mona.
City. That's Philly.
Yeah.
I can't.
And apparently he's there every week.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't believe the Final Freeze is there 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Like,
Yo.
Freeze, you shocked me just now. Nigga.
What shocks you about that?
You can't just when the mayor comes.
Mrs.
Freeze be
Pieces-
selling ass. Yo, I'm down there 2-3 weeks, yo. Come on, Freeze.
You know Freeze is hitting the
Yo, I
slots.
just learned that a couple weeks ago too about
Nice
it.
girl from there. My girl's family
yeah?
down there.
I thought you was just hitting the slots.
No, we that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's why
when I'm down there,
He never told me
You're
why.
in slots.
Yeah, you never
I
told
go
me
to the
why.
roulette wheel.
There you go.
I know a lot of athletes, a lot of famous people, period, come through Atlantic City.
All the time.
Some people leave Atlantic City happy, most people don't. I'm talking about the casino.
Gambling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you get a lot of people reaching out to you for help? Do you get a lot of like celebrity like mishaps? Do you get a lot of celebrity weird shit happening behind the scenes?
I mean, not necessarily. I'm not a gambler. I bet sports, but in the casino, I mean, that's the risk that you take.
Yeah,
It's a
but
game-
you know
it's
what
a game-
celebrities get. Like I know Meek
it's a
hit
game
you.
of
Shout out
chance.
to Meek. Meek hit you with a hand issue, which just makes sense, and I love that. But I'm sure you get hit with other kinds of issues too. Some behind the scenes.
y'all
Hey, Mark,
lost-
that
lost
could have been a different kind of
170.
hand
Yeah,
issue.
exactly.
Yeah,
Got a bad hand.
because I can't help them with that. You know,
Got
that's their money, and I'm not in the reimbursement
I know they
business.
tried.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, look, when celebrities come to town, not all of them. You know, it's an opportunity to, the mayor go to their show. Talk to them constantly. Because like I said, I'm the spokesperson for Atlantic City, and I come from sports and entertainment background. And my good friend here was at Jersey City University. A couple of players who I got a lot of respect for. Omar Cooper, I think he's an agent now. Abdul Madison. I played Atlantic City High School, played for Stockton University. I'm in their Hall of Fame as the all-time leading rebounder, number 12
You
all-time
played the
leading
tournament
scorer.
too. Didn't you play the Division the tournament last year?
Yeah. So,
Yo, he just got rebounds.
yeah, nah, I got
Go up on my man like that.
1,238 points to be exact. Yeah,
Nah, I'm fucking with
with my sports and entertainment background, and again, I'm gonna say it because I believe it. Relationships matters.
It does.
Life is the relationship. Because of the relationships I have and the mutual friends that we all have, I'm here.
How does somebody go from sports and entertainment, and even managing, like big brothers, big sisters, and such stuff like that,
Got you.
to Boys and Girls Club? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How does somebody go from that to politics? What made you want to be the mayor of Atlantic City?
Well, when I was coming up, I worked every election. My political mentor is the late, great state senator, state assemblyman, and 3-term mayor of Atlantic City, Jim Whalen. Always groomed me to be in politics. Let me just give you a quick story. We had a conversation when I was working for the city. I ran a youth and senior citizens program. Atlantic City was only one of 4 cities that got a grant, and I was in charge of youth and senior citizens, and that's why I say that the youth and seniors are our 2 most precious resources. So I was working in the community, working in the trenches at Boys and Girls Club. I got appointed to the Atlantic City Free Public Library Board of Trustees. So Boys and Girls Club made me an offer, $30,000, and all the kids that worked at Boys and Girls Club thought that I was rich, but I only made $30,000 for the first 3 years. Didn't have a raise.
How old were you?
So I had a conversation with Mayor Well, and I said, look, the new Boys and Girls Club is open. I'm a Boys and Girls Club kid. Everyone said that I would come back and run it. It's an opportunity, but I really, really don't want to leave the city. And he said, well, look, as a mayor, the job that you're doing in the youth and senior space makes me look good. But as a friend of Marty Small, someone that I know that wants to be a councilman and has political aspirations, you got to take that job because you can't work for the city and be on the governing body. So I took that. So my friends and I, shout out, to the fam. My friends and I would go to the Super Bowl every year to the city for the parties and everything else. And I just start saying, well, damn, like, I'm about to get in the game because I want people to come to Atlantic City. We want this type of energy. And everybody thought that I was joking. Shout out to Diab from Planet Uptown. We hosted the Marty Small Ball.
You got a lot of fucking friends, man.
He is the ish of Ish.
Oh, God. He's like Ish Senior. God damn.
So people.
Some of his people's my people.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So
they was having a friend off before the thing started.
Yeah.
I know that.
You know him? That's his bag.
Yeah.
So
Like
what happened?
Jenga.
Everybody thought that I was joking. They like, man, inaugural balls is like for mayors and presidents. I said, I'm gonna have it, and I'm gonna have it at the Atlantic City Convention Center. And I had it at the Atlantic City Convention Center. And it was a situation where the community had a chance to get dressed up and celebrate me. And then like the next year came, they're like, yo, you should really do that party again. So I connected with my man Hassan from Philadelphia. They did the First Fridays.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, you should do one every month in
Hassan
Atlantic
from
City.
the Eagles?
At the 12, not
No.
really. At the 12 casinos, I said, I ain't got time for that. I'm only in it for 1 or 2 parties a year. So hence the Marty Small Ball, then the summer series. And then I just transitioned to the all white and all black parties before I retired in 2019.
Man, you seem so like well informed and well connected. You seem to have your pulse on things, right? Like, you ever thought, and this is gonna sound silly, but I'm very serious.
Cool.
You ever thought about just making a deeper connection between Atlantic City and some of the content creators that are helping to drive tourism and traffic places? Like
I'm
some
glad.
of these guys, the Keith Lee or somebody
girls,
big
a lot of
group,
girls be
somebody,
doing
and
that.
like some type of web series or anything to show people who are not actively in Atlantic City what Atlantic City has to offer. Like,
Yes, and we have everything to offer. I
no,
met
but
with
people
the.
not seeing it.
I got you.
Yeah, but you be answering quick. Like, but you, hold on,
Yeah,
man.
the
Like,
mayor got to answer for
Yeah, like I'm sitting back here, I'm staying quiet. I gotta feel your vibe. Like when we ask a question, you answering a totally different question. but
He
then
answered
going
the
back
next
to-
7
yeah,
questions.
He on message.
Yeah, he go. He on go.
Thank you.
You trying to
Nah,
drill
nah,
it in, nigga.
what-
We understand that, bro. We watch TV, bro. Like,
All right.
get straight to
I got
it.
you. Let me answer this first, and I'll answer you directly.
He want to know when are you going to bring content creators or somebody so they can be able to you can show. I don't do that no more. Look.
But I'm serious.
Look, never, nigga. I go down there for the frisbee. Watch your mouth.
You'll
All right,
go
listen,
down there
all right,
with
so
the
look,
mayor and make
I'm
content.
gonna answer
But
that.
that's a good idea.
That's a good
Somebody
idea.
like a queen.
Yeah,
Perfect. Absolutely.
You're not gonna
we
get
want
Drewski,
them.
but you can get.
We want them all. So Atlantic City. And I'm not going to get into the naming business because if I forget somebody, it's a slight.
Hell to pay.
But we have some of the best content creators in Atlantic City. We got venues, like nobody has the beach, nobody has the boardwalk, so it's different options that you can have. Atlantic City is film ready. I just had the producers from Ozark in Atlantic City that's trying to buy the old original Golden Nugget and others to film there. I'm a member of the vice president of the Urban Mayors Association for New Jersey. We just had a thing at Kane University with the governor about the film space, that people come in to film in urban communities. Movies and everything is always shot in Atlantic City.
Mayor, respectfully, you naming a bunch of archaic, ancient shit that's going to take a long time to put a picture in front of a 20-year-old or 24-year-old. I'm talking about something immediate. In this digital age,
Absolutely.
the shit is fast
The live
and
streaming
in your
shit,
face.
like, they
Yeah,
out
all
there
the shit you're saying is
IRL.
great, but I don't know if it necessarily solves what I'm saying, one, and two, I'm asking you a question and you keep going back to Atlantic City, I guess because you're the mayor of Atlantic City, but there's people willing to help that are not in Atlantic City or
But
or
him being
Philadelphia.
52 years old, this might be a space that he's not really familiar with. That's
Now,
where your
I'm-
community involvement should start to take precedent
Or
to give back.
Don't if I'm involved,
familiar.
you involved.
Yep, I want everybody
It's
involved.
us.
So
Back to the girls again.
that was
yeah, my lots.
no, but it's not Atlantic City. If people want to come and shoot their content and be content creators, there's no better place to be because of the amount of options. So we're open to all opportunities.
Okay,
a
there
lot
we
of
go.
people don't know as well. We have a robust hip hop community in Atlantic City, but it's overshadowed by Big Brother New York and Big Brother Philly. So we got young local rappers that can
What
compete
Philly
with
hip-hop is
anybody
that?
out here.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't.
You know, so if people want to deal with artists, content creators, and more, you know, we have them in Atlantic City.
Here's a question for you.
Cool.
How much of a part did the creation of Jersey Shore play in people's current perspective of Atlantic City?
Well, Jersey Shore wasn't filmed in Atlantic City. I could share this with you. We filmed a reunion episode at Hard Rock, and I forget the day it was, but it was Jersey Shore Day. So a lot of people was.
But Jersey Shore is Seaside.
Yes, Seaside. But
And
we was going to film in Atlantic City near the flagship, but they canceled it for whatever reason.
And that show seemed to drive a lot of eyes and attention to Seaside.
Yes.
Did that play any part in pushing people away from Atlantic City?
No, because in reality, again, not taking shots against anybody. When you think of Jersey, you think of Atlantic City. When you think of the Jersey Shore, the main city is Atlantic City. So just because it was filmed in Seaside Heights, I don't think it takes away from people saying, well, I'm not going to go to Atlantic City.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, I can see how it could have though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like if you're not familiar with the shore.
Got you.
So the first thing you think of, yes, is Atlantic City.
That's what I
now
think of.
you were in Atlantic City is what exit 30? Was it?
Well, he ain't
Depending on which exit you get off at.
38.
Oh, you don't be there.
No,
like
depending on
that.
which
Parkway.
Because we coming through Pleasantville. That's why.
She's about to Liberty
Don't get me
Bell.
started. I start telling you.
I know
niggas
you know
something.
your exits.
But yeah. Now you realize, oh shit, I could stop at exit 80 something and hit Seaside.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's beaches the whole way. Oh shit, they got a boardwalk too. So it's like a little middle spot. It can take away from Atlantic City.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people.
it shows
in
another
Seaside,
option.
Mayor. Like every time I go there, them little white boys, they out there. You can't barely walk. It's a crowd out there, and I don't really see the crowds when I go to Atlantic City.
I mean, I don't.
Anywhere.
I don't see how you cannot see a crowd when, like I said, we still get over 20 million visitors. I don't know the time that you come in. Just with any shore town, once October hits, we start to decline. That's why we need to make Atlantic City a year-round destination, and that's what we're working hard at. When it's competition, and people have choices, and at the end of the day, people will make financial decisions. I think that we got the city in a good place. I think that people aren't going to come and say, well, man, I ain't never going back because Atlantic City's dirty, or, people getting robbed on the boardwalk and everything. But it seems like when those type of isolated situations happen, it's more intense because it is Atlantic City.
Got it.
Like for a lot of people who are not from Atlantic City, don't know anything about Atlantic City, you hear AC, you think older people gambling.
Yep. Slot machines.
Slot machines. Yeah. That's like the pictures you like, just the mental image. It's old people sitting at a slot machine all day. Bus rides going down to Atlantic City of older people. So to a lot of folk, they don't even really realize that there is some other shit out there happening now that could come.
I can agree with
Me
that.
and Flip about to change that.
Yeah, I can agree with that 1,000,000%. We're talking about in the 80s and the early 90s, but those day trippers and bus trippers are like few and far between now.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's what we say. A lot of people.
That's all I think about. Like my mom's church going
goes
down
back
to
to what Joe was saying.
No more.
Goes back to what Joe was saying. It's like partner up with streamers and shit like that to show
absolutely. Listen,
online. Oh shit, it's something down there for us. It ain't what we thought it was.
No, at the end of the day, and this is what makes me is relationship building, and not to be on message, but again, as a spokesperson of the city, anybody streamer, artist, promoters, podcasting,
Real estate
anybody,
investors.
real estate, anybody that
flip.
anybody that I can get in front of and preach to about what Atlantic City has to offer.
Yeah.
I'm all open. So that's definitely what we want to do because there's a lot of talented people in Atlantic City that are just often overlooked, and we want more and more eyes and more people to come to Atlantic City.
Is Atlantic City is somewhere that you would put your 800-door development?
1,000%.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the numbers make sense, the numbers gonna make sense. Huh?
I'm gonna hook it up.
You gonna hook it up?
Let's
For a
talk
small
about
fee.
it. Let's talk about it.
Yo, I got you. Yo, I know the mayor. I got you.
Yeah.
Joe.
I got you. I'm gonna talk to the mayor about
There you go.
this. See if I can get something done. Well, I gained a little bit of understanding.
Oh, you getting a lot of understanding.
Straightening, actually.
Yeah.
Humble as hell.
The mayor's doing a lot of shit down there.
Yeah, and it's a hard job. Like, yo, you
Yeah, yes,
become
it
the
is.
mayor of these urban cities that was fucked up for so many decades. You start on a rebuilding process that damn near seem like it's impossible.
I guess
before
that's
you
where
start
I
to
get.
show
That's where I
growth,
be getting.
you know what I'm saying?
conflicted. Like, man, this is an entertainment podcast, right? So we come on here and we shoot the shits. It's really just a catch. It really is just shooting shits. And you start talking about these cities, and then the mayor reaches out, and it's a black guy. So it's a black guy that's the mayor of Alabama. It's the black guy that's the mayor of Atlantic City. And then you start feeling bad. It's like, damn, they putting a lot. Then you start to look at it a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they putting a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure, a lot of, now I got to take it all back because the black guy needs all the support that
1,000%
he can get.
facts.
So
Of course.
please don't ever take any of my jokes, and especially my sweeping jokes, to mean that I'm not all for your cause, for Atlantic City.
We rooting for you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
we
Yeah,
are.
and listen, I don't take it personal. I had to get a kick out of it. When you called me initially, I was in my director's meeting, and at the time I didn't have your number. The second call, when I called back, it said Joseph Budden. I said, oh, okay. And then I went in there, and you was like, well, I'm letting you know we on the air. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And
I like that.
Flip was making the joke like, yo, he with it. Like, let's do it.
No, that part has been confirmed.
So I don't take anything personal. My family and I been through the mud. Some of the things that has been thrown our way, and by the grace of God,
I read that you guys went through something in 2025, some family shit.
Yeah, so let me just tell you how it is. If certain people had it their way, my wife wouldn't be superintendent, and I damn sure wouldn't be mayor because of the opportunities that we're creating, in the community. So, my daughter was involved with a kid that we didn't want her involved in. We started doing things. So, DCP&P got involved, and then the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office got involved. So they charged me and my wife with child abuse, endangering the welfare of the child, whole nine. For 2 years, all over the country, I was drugged through the mud, being called a child abuser. We make city announcements. The haters on the blogs would say, oh, you're a child abuser, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, the same hater that's called me a child abuser is still saying make America great again with Donald Trump. They got 34 felony convictions, but it's all right. But this is a family matter that was blown out of proportion, turned into a political matter. They raided our home over child matter. My co-defendant had the same exact warrant that I had. We talk about it all the time. She was the high school principal, Mandy Days. Husband's a big fan of the podcast, my cameraman for the day. Pell, they went to the high school and said, give me your electronic devices, your phone, your laptops. Let us check the infotainment system. That was it. For me, it was a rainstorm in front of my house. We was taking my mother-in-law to the hospital. I'll never forget this. 20 officers, 20 with guns, battering rams, and more said, we need to search your persons, got to search your house. I'm like, I said, you know who I am, I'm not going anywhere. Can one of us take my mother-in-law to the hospital and come back? No. They made my mother-in-law sit there for hours while they raided my house. Meanwhile, in the community, some people that aren't for me came on my block because the housing authority had issues, which has nothing to do with the city. That's HUD. That's a federal program. Oh, yeah, they got all that fucking housing authority money in the house. They stole, guns, drugs, whatever. And that wasn't the case. And normally, a defense attorney won't let you talk. And every situation that I've been through, I've taken a stand in my own defense. So we have a press conference that day to tell the people what it's not. That the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office stuck their nose in family business. They haven't done anything like this to anybody else. And that if the election was tomorrow, that was April 1st, 2024, if it was April 2nd, that I would win the election in a big, big way. I said, if you think you turning the people of Atlantic City against me, it's not going to happen. I said, and when the election comes next year, I'm going to win it in a big, big way. And I was blessed to win election, not wearing it with a badge of honor, but under indictment, which doesn't happen. And I got the most votes ever. And I took it to trial, testified, took the stand, and I was overwhelmingly found not guilty by a jury. Then the cases against my wife and his wife were dismissed about a month later. And now, no pun intended, the rabbit got the gun. Now we suing the prosecutor's ass.
That's right.
That's right.
And we suing them for millions of dollars.
That's
and
right.
I'm sure that we
Yeah.
gonna win.
That square footage gonna double.
Look, now we're gonna get a 9,000 square
Exactly.
foot joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On y'all, good looking.
So you know, and I don't look like what I've been through. I've been through a lot, and being the mayor of Atlantic City is a lot. When you from the neighborhood and you grew up with people's family and you had their kids at the Boys and Girls Club, and when I was like elementary school athletic director running all the sports, like people depend on you, and sometimes, you know, when you say no, it's a problem. You can do 99 things right and then 100 things that you do wrong. It's like, boom, you know, sometimes you're only as good as your last, you know, favor.
That's often the case, man. Mayor, we are proud of you.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, sure.
We're grateful for your time here. And
Our
honestly,
doors open. You got
learned
our
this.
support.
Yeah.
Anything you need from I'm a text away.
Yeah. Let's like I said, let's do something with the podcast. Let's end in the summer with a nice little gathering.
Well, man, I've been working on a thing. It's called.
Just don't call me white girl, because listen, they
That's
wanted
my
her.
sister. She coming.
They wanted her.
Listen. They
She
wanted
was here,
her.
she laughed. She-
No,
she
listen.
was
I know,
here.
but listen. They wanted her in the worst way. I had to call the dogs
got
off.
beat
So
up.
I text
we
Joe. I said, "Well, how many
We
people
ride
can
with
we
it.
bring?" It's like, nah.
We ride with it. But look,
Nah.
I'm working on
Yeah,
something.
we are.
It's a live podcast. It's not the Joe Budden podcast. Joe won't be there. He's unavailable
Okay.
at that time. But the rest of us will be there.
Okay.
So if you can coordinate some things for us.
Yeah, listen. We're
Little
going
hotel,
to exchange
gambling.
we're going to exchange numbers.
get
Like I
an
said,
Airbnb, nigga.
y'all want to come to Atlantic City? I gladly host y'all. You know, give y'all a tour so y'all can see firsthand what I see. You know, we all now have the relationship again on message. Relationships matter. Life
That's
is the
it.
relationship.
Yeah, you my guy, man.
That's all we
Y'all
got.
got a steakhouse?
Shout out to Alizé.
Dude, we got a
Y'all
steakhouse.
got, we got like a Longhorn, right?
Oh man, dude, we got a steak. No, wait.
Hey, yo, the last time I was down there,
Look, we got steak houses.
yeah, they had
Trust me.
20,
Y'all got like a
24
Sizzler.
carat.
They got a Sizzler, I think, down there.
Come to Atlantic City, spend a day or two, and we're gonna do a whole restaurant tour. So that way, y'all know. So you know, what I mean, you might want to get away with your lady. Come on down, we got
In September, I'm gonna come down there.
you. Okay, let's
I'm
do it.
coming. I'm,
Just not September 25th through the 29th, because I'm running my Eagles trip to Chicago.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's what I'm talking
Bird
about, Mr.
gang,
Mayor.
fly.
I'm coming down there too. I'm coming down to the
Yeah, we gotta go do our own. You know what I mean? See what's going on down there.
Look, hit me up. That's it. I'm
Thank
here.
you for taking the
down there in a
time,
couple
Mayor,
weeks,
Mayor,
bro.
and his entire team. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Mayor Small.